Welcome to your Daily Dose of Dani. I am Danielle Rocco. And have you ever heard or have you ever said, you've changed? And when you say that, you don't actually mean it in a good way. This is not a compliment. Or when you've heard it, this is not a compliment. This is someone saying that they don't like what you've turned into. So here's something that came to me and has been coming to me, and I was talking to Jackie this morning, my fascia release specialist. If you are in this area of New Hampshire and you need or want a fascia release specialist, I got a girl. I'll hook you up. So here's what I was telling her. So I get this, right? You've changed. Because I've changed. I know very well that I've changed. You know, you can't go from dying to living and not change. You can't go from having a child, from not having a child to having a child and not change. You can't go from not being in love to being in love and change. But here is what I want you to think about. You, who you are, who God, universe, who your spirit is, right? Inside you, that is your core. Now, all of these external things in our life develop us to become who we are and the thoughts that we have. And we get to a certain age and we realize that majority of our thoughts that we have told ourselves are a bunch of crap. And they are destructive, and they are basically our ego controlling us. They are feeding our ego. So every time you're feeling anger, judgment, resentment, fear, anxiety, this is your ego, and you're fueling it by allowing those fears to come, right, into you. Now, whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever it is, I haven't met anybody, and I'm sure there are people out there, I know there are people out there that don't believe in anything, but I haven't met them yet, okay? Everybody's moving towards a greater purpose. Actually, even if you don't believe in a higher purpose, you're always moving into something greater, right? You're wanting to evolve into something. Guess what? That means you have to change. Now your core is staying the same. You are just evolving into something greater. Are you getting this? What I'm saying? So if you say to somebody, you've changed, heck yeah, you should be celebrating that growth in them. Not being so scared that they're going to change out of you. They're going to grow out of you. Because that's actually what you're saying to them. When you say to somebody, you've changed, you're saying, holy crap, now either I'm going to have to level up or you are going to walk away and you're not going to be part of my life. So, when someone says that to you, you need to take it as a compliment and then, help them along the way. Ask them, where are you going? Do you want to do the change with me? Because it's awesome. And if you find yourself saying to somebody else or looking at somebody and being like, they changed. Well, number one, that's your ego casting judgment and shame on you. And secondly, look at yourself and be like, what am I not wanting to look at to get to where they are? Because, yeah, I've changed. But who I am, the core of who I am, has not changed. It has just evolved and it is growing. And I am actually becoming closer into the core. This was someone said this to me. I'm like, yeah, right on. Of who I actually am, who I've always been. Because I'm casting away my ego all the time. All the time. And the more I do that, the more I change, the more I level up, the more I can share with you, the more I can share with my coaching clients, the more I can share into my academy, the more I can share with people that I serve, because the closer I'm coming to the real me and what I believe and going back to that. So everybody who thinks I've changed, or everybody that you think's changed, You need to embrace that. And you need to get on the bus to your own growth. And you need to understand, what is it that you're so scared of within yourself? Because they're just becoming more of who they are. And if it is scary to look at who you are, so my first suggestion is, you got to recognize that. Because there is a lot of faults within us as human beings. There's a lot of ego-driven thoughts and mindsets and actions that we don't even know how deep they go until you start really looking at them. Because I am finding them every day, multiple times a day now. I'm like, holy hot mess. But it's awesome. There's a lot of apologies to myself, to other people, to like letting things go, not holding on to them, not casting judgment. So when you hear those words, or you find yourself using those words, I suggest you look internally at yourself. And you should every day be asking and wanting to create that change within yourself. Hell yeah, I changed. That's right, Joyce. Get on the change wagon, the change bandwagon. Oh, Teresa. Look, I can actually talk to people. Teresa. Oh, now that's, both of those people, Joyce and Teresa, are amazing souls that I never would have met, that would never been blessed into my life if I didn't take that step into changing, looking at myself and dealing with who I am as a person, or who I was as a person. So thank you for coming into my life. Thank you, universe, for putting them into my life. And I will see you guys on the other side.